Guys, today we are spreading the awareness of mental health by listening to a lady's story. Please like, comment and
Hi
subscribe for
everyone.
more.
I wanted to start this video diary to show what it's like to live with mental health issues without any support whatsoever from the NHS. And I think it's because of all the cutbacks, but that's just my opinion. When I first moved to Gateshead, the services here were second to none. They were brilliant. And then all my services got cut without warning about 2 years ago. And since then, I've been fighting non-stop to try and get help again, to get a psychiatrist, to try and get better again. I've never done a video diary before, as you can probably tell, and I didn't exactly look brilliant at the minute. But I'm sick to death of people with mental health issues getting pushed aside like they do not matter. I myself have cut my arms, I've cut my own throat before, I've tried to jump off the bridge twice, I've tried to throw myself in front of a train. Even when I was at school, I used to attack people with knives, and that's when I was 7. So to live like this is like living in a perpetual state of hell. There's no other way to describe it, really. It's just hell. One of my friends this morning, she was talking about the mental health services, and it actually got us thinking. I've tried everything except for a video or diary to show people what it is like to live like me. So I'm going to start doing a diary when I'm having me issues, and hopefully I'll throw them to my MP, and maybe he'll do something about it, especially with an election coming up. So who knows, I may be able to get something done, but I didn't want to get something done just for me. I want other people to be able to get help as well, because this isn't that. This is not that. Anyway, I'll give you a quick, brief version of my history. When I was 7, a friend of mine was murdered, little Nicky, and from there, because of my behaviour, I had to be put into care because I started getting violent and bad-tempered for no reason, so I went into care. But first I was put with this gadget who sexually abused us, and I never told anybody about it until about, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, when I told my mum for the first time. She wanted us to go to the police, but nah. After that I was put into the care system and ended up with a paedophile, because the care system don't fucking care. When I was in Pension House, I ended up getting in a relationship with a paedophile and ended up getting pregnant when I was 17. Sorry, when I was 16 I got pregnant. And when I was 17 I had my son, and the social services took him immediately. I ended up getting pregnant when I was 17. Sorry, when I was 16 I got pregnant. And when I was 17 I had my son, and the social services took him immediately at birth. I didn't have a chance in hell of defending myself. They took him at birth. And they said it was because of my mental health issues, which at the time I wasn't actually that bad. I wasn't self-harming bad, I wasn't even drinking, but they took him anyway. After that, I hit the drink hard. I did. I ended up drinking a lot, getting into trouble, fighting. And then I met an amazing bloke and got married, but that didn't work out either because of me temper and me self-harming. And in my entire 20s, it was just constantly going to the hospital, getting sectioned, getting released, getting told there's nothing wrong with us, and getting told I'm really ill. Then they were saying I've got personality disorder, which in the mental health services they actually don't class extreme emotional unstable personality disorder as a severe illness. I would disagree, because, I mean, you only have to look at my arm to know that. And that's just my arm. The scars on my neck, I don't know if you can actually see them or not, because they're quite white, but I only did this side. Got one on my leg, and scars pretty much everywhere, but them are like the major ones, and still they'll not give us any help. Last year things pretty much came to a head because I ended up buying a gun. I did. I wanted the police to shoot us, so I tried to shoot at the coppers, and they tasered us. They did. And when they took us into custody, I still got no mental health help. What they did, they took us into custody, and when they released us, they sent us to my mum's until I was ready to go to court. I went to court, and they said because of my mental health issues they couldn't send us to prison. What they did is give us 24 months probation, with emphasis that I have to see mental health support workers and get help from psychiatrists. Now, that was nearly a year ago. I'm still waiting for an appointment. Custody, I still got no mental health help. What they did is took us into custody, and when they released us, they sent us to my mum's until I was ready to go to court. I went to court, and they said because of my mental health issues they couldn't send us to prison. What they did is give us 24 months probation with emphasis that I have to see mental health support workers and get help from psychiatrists. Now, that was nearly a year ago. I'm still waiting for an appointment with a psychiatrist. Still waiting. I don't think I'm going to get it now. When it comes to me PIP, I was on full DLA, the high rate, until I got switched over to PIP. When I got switched over to PIP, the first refused us, completely refused us, so I had to take it to a tribunal. Well, I didn't actually go all the way through the tribunal process. I got given back on the mandatory reconsideration, but they halved me money. They halved it. And the way I'm living at the minute is bloody hard. Every single day. People think people on benefits choose to be like this. No. If I had a choice between living on PIP and benefits, I'd much rather be working. I'd much rather work. I've worked in the past, you know, before I got really ill. I'm going to start doing a video diary as often as I can. I'm not very good at keeping up with things, or even remembering things. But I'm going to try and keep a diary of all my problems, and I'm hoping it's going to raise awareness, not just for me, but for other people going through this. This isn't fair. So I'd really appreciate it if people could share this video, try and get it out far and wide to show what it's like for people like us to live. We don't choose to be like this. I mean, look at me teeth. Yeah, there isn't any, is there? Because when I was younger, well, when I was in my 20s, I kept pulling them out. I kept pulling my own teeth out because the stress, I can't deal with stressful situations. So, and eventually they got to the point where they just had enough, and they said we might as well just take them all out in case I damaged my jaw beyond repair. And still I'm getting no help. So if it's like this for me, what's it like for other people? I mean, when you think about how many people's jumping off the William House Bridge, me myself, I've hung over it twice. So I know what that feels like. And people think we do this for attention. Or because, well, I don't know. It's not for attention. We don't choose to be like this. Do you not get that? We don't choose this life. Anyway, I hope people share this video, raise awareness, and hopefully try and get some help for people such as myself. So thank you very much. Thanks.